Have you heard of the Block by Block ambassadors? Ambassadors cover downtown Knoxville and surrounding areas, as well as Cumberland Avenue.
We end up talking to a lot more
A group of volunteers have been keeping you safe on the Strip without you even knowing. Coming up, we'll introduce you to them.
Vol football might have struggled this year, but their media team picked up some of the slack. More on the Emmy Award coming up.
One sorority does their part in helping raise money for children's hospitals. This episode of TVC Plus is coming to you with statewide breaking news. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation issued a blue alert very early this morning. I'm Dawson Durrett.
And I'm Kaylee Smith. 40-year-old Donnell Maxwell is wanted by TBI and Memphis Police Department. Maxwell is accused with attempted first-degree murder of a Memphis police officer.
Maxwell was last seen wearing an orange and green reflective vest and dark clothing. He is considered armed and dangerous. If you have any information, you can call TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. Good to know for anyone traveling to Middle and West Tennessee this weekend.
On February 20th, Knoxvillians took to the streets to march and rally behind LGBTQ+ individuals in the community.
The inspiration behind this, 4 House bills that threaten pre-established laws and rights for this community. The bills are House Bills 1472, 1473, 1474, and 1665. If approved, these bills, specifically House Bill 1472, will enact the banning Bostock Act, which aims to restrict state-level anti-discrimination laws that have previously protected LGBTQ+ individuals. Our Ally CN went out and asked students what this protest means to them.
These bills just show that it just gives people more of an opportunity to discriminate against communities in our city, and everyone should be welcomed, everyone should be appreciated, and yeah, equality for all.
House Bill 1473 has been passed, allowing private individuals and organizations to refuse to recognize same-sex marriages without the risk of facing legal penalty. Protesters and organizers recommend calling your representatives and voting if bills like these strike a chord with you.
Have you seen the people who wear bright green clothing walking on the Strip? Well, you're about to find out who they are and what they do. Take a look.
Have you heard of the Block by Block ambassadors? Ambassadors cover downtown Knoxville and surrounding areas, as well as Cumberland Avenue.
We end up talking to a lot more students down there, and a lot of those students don't even know that we're there.
Block by Block Ambassador Michael Arden helps keep the city of Knoxville in excellent shape. His primary focus being
to talk to businesses, to talk to the people that are out there, and to be as hospitable and welcoming as possible,
while also making sure
everybody down there is safe and that there's no hazards or anything like that.
Ambassadors are equipped with various cleaning tools, Narcan, water, and first aid kits.
Block by Block ambassadors wear bright green attire, which make them easy to spot.
Our ambassadors are out there greeting our visitors. They're getting to know the unhoused and assisting them with services. They're also just out there providing friendly faces.
President of Visit Knoxville, Kim Bumpus, says her
number one primary concern is the visitors that come here and how they receive their visit to Knoxville.
The program was created
to kind of tell that story of why you should visit Knoxville, but that's what K-Town Connect is, and it's all about making connections.
Arden says it's not really about the job.
It's about loving the city and being the face of the city for anybody.
Whether you're downtown at Cool Beans or walking Cumberland Avenue, Block by Block ambassadors are there to support you.
I could have just put the words at
So do you like
Block by Block ambassadors are on campus Sunday through Tuesday from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., as well as Wednesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 11:30 p.m.
A reveal that broke the internet back in 2024 is now officially award-winning. The Tennessee football creative team brought home an Emmy for their 2024 Dark Mode reveal, the winning in the sports promotion category at the 40th Annual Mid-South Regional Emmy Awards ceremony. The video's creator, Noah Halford, says the honor came as a surprise, especially since the team had just 2 days to shoot and edit the project.
I didn't know it was going to go crazy like it did, but it was received well by fans and people all across the country, and then obviously by the Emmys. And I did not expect any of this.
We'll have the full story behind the Emmy-winning reveal and an inside look at Noah's whirlwind 2-day production coming your way next week.
The University of Tennessee College of Veterinary Medicine has been out in the community this semester with so many initiatives taking place. Students, shelters, and the public are seeing benefits.
From using a plasma cutter to spaying and neutering strays, the Companion Animal Initiative of Tennessee is educating students and helping animals in need. Founded in 2005, Kate is able to help more animals find homes while also reducing the number of animals euthanized each year. One of their projects took place at the Humane Society of the Tennessee Valley, where they installed cat portals.
With those portals, we're able to create 2 separate spaces for them, so they're less stressed. And so Miss Lily actually has a 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo in there.
With the use of a plasma cutter, they're able to connect 2 adjacent cages to create a more spacious and humane living space.
We can put the litter box on one side and their bed and food and toys on the other side, because nobody wants to eat breakfast where they use the bathroom, so why should the cats?
Dr. Mariah D. has worked with Kate both during school and at her place of employment.
Them coming over with their plasma cutter and helping train us on how to get these things portalized, and then also subsidizing the cost of those portals, which are very expensive, has been really, really important for us.
With projects like these cat portals, organizations like Kate make stays for cats like Lily a lot more relaxing, helping them find their forever home a lot sooner.
looks like, and then all the things.
Now, don't worry, they do puppy portals too, allowing these canines to spread out just like Miss Lily. Reporting from Knoxville, I'm Allie Seaton, TVC News.
As this semester moves along, stay tuned for more coverage on Kate and everything they do.
It's what one student has called the opportunity of a lifetime, a chance to participate in a Grammy-winning album. Aiden Hodges is a UT jazz major and musician who recently had the opportunity to help with the recording of Buddy Guys. Ain't done with the blues. Hodges says his favorite thing about blues music is the emotion.
It's like an undescribable, chemistry, almost spiritual thing that happens when everything falls into place.
Hodges says the best part of the experience was hearing it performed live. And you can hear more about that unforgettable moment when our Aubrey Curran brings you the full story next week.
Volthon took place last Saturday, and students here at UT danced it out for 12 hours to raise money for the now Dolly Parton Children's Hospital. Molly Polkewald has that story and more for us.
Volthon is an event to raise money for children's hospitals all across the country. But when you add Vol in front of it,
there are probably not enough words to describe how important this day is.
For Sarah Smith,
I got involved with Volthon because in June of 2009, I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
It's personal.
I was able to attend Volthon as a miracle kid.
Sarah battled cancer for 2.5 years and can relate back to the Miracle Kids.
Because I understand what they're going through and how much East Tennessee Children's Hospital means to them.
And her friends getting to see the impact firsthand.
Just getting to hear more about her personal experience at Etch and how she was treated there and how our money really makes an impact, and having someone to personally connect with has been really special.
But so many kids at East Tennessee Children's Hospital feel the impact of Volthon.
I just love seeing the smile on their faces, when just being the center of attention and being able to just actually enjoy a day and not have to think about like what they're going through.
And Volthon isn't just one day. I think it's really important to note that Dance Marathon is a year-round thing, and although our main event, our main dance marathon is today, our impact goes all year round.
There are so many ways to get involved with Volthon, and I highly recommend you do so because it genuinely will change your life.
The nearly $316,000 raised will be put towards a new wing in the Children's Hospital and impact kids for years to come. This is Molly Pockwalt, TVC News.
To get involved, you can apply for leadership positions and find donation pages that are now available on the Volthon Instagram.
It's SEC championship time for Tennessee track and field. Coming up, we'll break down the upcoming event schedule.
What a way to get
We'll take an inside look into Tennessee's swim and dives performance at their SEC championships last week right after this.
Why is just a starting line, for the true self blooms only when we find our purpose, what makes us tick, below the surface. Our reason why is united, undivided, seeking understanding. My why is diversity in unity, a safe space in my community. It's a million faces in a mirror and everyone belongs. Find your why for a better us.
Imagine a disease that affects more than 10 million Americans, yet few know its name. I'm talking about lymphedema, LE. Many people, like my mom, get it as a result of cancer treatment and afterwards face a lifetime of swelling and pain. The cruel irony is many times its severity can be lessened only if you learn about it and act in advance. If you're at risk, ask your doctor about lymphedema. Take this as your chance to learn and live.
Welcome back to TVC Plus. Tennessee Athletics is in full swing this time of year with the basketball postseason just around the corner and the baseballs just getting started.
However, there are some other sports that might be flying under the radar a little bit that have been dominating the competition. To catch us up on the action, let's head over to Hayes and Maggie for this week's Rocky Top Sports Report.
Thanks, Kaylee. It's the start of the championship season for many teams here on Rocky Top. And this week, the Tennessee track and field turns to their shot at a championship.
The event started last night at 4, and Vols are ready to compete. The Vols reopened the SEC Indoor Championship with 4 top 8 performances in the event finals Thursday. Day 2 begins today at noon with a bunch of Vols competing with the women's weight throwing action. We'll continue throughout the weekend and we'll keep you updated on our socials.
And speaking of SEC championships, Tennessee Swim and Dive wrapped up its championship last week at Allen Jones Aquatic Center here on Rocky Top. The Vols swam hard but couldn't quite pull off the win, with your Lady Vols placing 2nd overall and the men placing 3rd. But this meet wasn't in vain. The Vols had a lot of key performances heading into NCAAs.
That's the sound every swimmer knows. But for Jillian Crooks, it meant something different this time.
It's still unreal. I feel very excited. The little kid in me is still jumping up.
Jillian Crooks had one of the best performances for the Lady Vols. In the 100-yard backstroke, she took home the Lady Vols' first individual gold for the meet.
My freshman year was a very rough year. I suffered through a lot of shoulder and health issues. Being able to come back this year, come back here and just still working on my finishes, my stroke and stuff like that with Coach Sarah and Coach Matt, and being able to finally make it in one of my dream times meant a lot to me.
Dropping more than a second, Crooks' race was a great way for the Vols to start off the individual races. However, the Lady Vols relays had lots of success, winning the 200 freestyle relay, taking home silver in the 400 freestyle relay, and bronze in the 800 freestyle relay. The Lady Vols also set an SEC record in the 200 and the 400 medley relay.
I mean, that broke the record of a national champion relay and destroyed it.
Taking Alabama's record in the 200 medley relay by a second.
That was a relay that had 4 just fantastic performances. It's rare to have 4 really high-level performances, and we've had a lot of different combinations on that relay. This year, settled on this one, and they melded beautifully.
After the water settled, Tennessee ended up winning 9 gold, 10 silver, and 12 bronze medals. And the Vols set a new a school record in the 800 freestyle relay. Even though the Vols placed silver in the event, their heads have never been higher heading into NCAAs. Now let's talk. Now all of this talk about swim and track might make you think about the Summer Olympics in the 2028 here in America. But you missed it. The Winter Olympics happened over in Italy this past 2 weeks. The games wrapped up Sunday morning when the USA hockey team defeated Canada to score 2-1 in the gold medal game. Many hockey fans across the country were tuned in, but some were unable to watch the gold golden because they themselves were taking it on the ice. It was a big moment to witness, especially for the UT Hockey Club graduating seniors.
For us seniors, it was kind of bittersweet because it was our last game, and just watching US win gold after all those years. So it was kind of awesome to watch and awesome to be a part of.
Even though the Vols didn't win their game, it was still a night to remember.
Now, over to the golf team. After a top 3 finish at the Puerto Rico Classic, some of the Vols split up to compete against each other in the Coach Sky's individual tournament on Saturday. 4 Vols competed, including a redshirt junior, Bruce Murphy. Murphy opened up the tournament on Saturday with a hole-in-one, his first shot of the day. The hole started for Grave Murphy at the moment that he needed to hold on and win the tournament and become this week's SEC Golfer of the Week. Freshman Chase Kyles tried his best to catch up to Murphy, but came up 1 shot short, resulting in a second-place finish. The Vols returned to the action as the team this week at the Cabo Collegiate in Mexico. A team that seems to have found their rhythm and start to the spring is the Lady Vol Tennis. After a dominating 4-0 win over the Kentucky Wildcats Saturday, the Lady Vols traveled to the Mississippi State last night for their first round of match of the season. Tennessee found themselves in a hole early after dropping the 1 point, but they dug themselves out quickly in singles play. The Lady Vols defeated the Bulldogs 4-2 and will travel to Tuscaloosa, Alabama for this week's Saturday afternoon matchup against the Tide.
Now over to the men. The Vols began their SEC schedule with a long road trip this week. Saturday, the Vols traveled to Lexington to face off against the Kentucky Wildcats. After dropping doubles points on the Vols were unable to find the momentum they needed to come back and fell to the Wildcats 5-2. The team couldn't rest for long since 2 days later, they were set for a match against Vanderbilt Commodores in Nashville. The story in the Music City was very similar. The Vols lost the doubles points and proceeded to lose the match and to start off the SEC season at 2-0. 0-2, my apologies. And the bright spots for the Vols, however, sophomore Jose Garachi, who on a 6-match streak in singles. Garachi and the Vols continue their SEC schedule later today as they face off against Oklahoma Sooners in the Barksdale Stadium.
And with that, we are finished with this week's Rocky Top Sports Report.
Be sure to tune in to TVC News at 12:30 on the CW channel to learn more about the big weekend matchup coming up with Vol Hoops. We'll be back next week. Until then, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, guys. It is a Saturday at 9 in the morning. There are plenty of college students behind me, as well as the greater Knoxville community, all for a run club. If you want to learn more, stay tuned to TVC News.
When in doubt, dance it out. And next level chef. Bye.
Hey Vols, the Volunteer Channel works around the clock to curate UT news, sports, and event coverage. Best way to stay on top of all of that is to follow us on Instagram at TVC News Now. You can scan this QR code to get right to the page. All of our content is created by UT students with the Big Orange community in mind. Volunteer Channel thanks you for your support, and go Vols.
From the tiniest creature to the mightiest giant,
Every species shapes our world. Bees pollinate our plants, elephants keep forests healthy, and coral reefs protect our shores. When wildlife thrives, so do we. We all have a role to play in keeping nature strong. Together, we can protect wildlife and build a future where people and nature thrive. Find out how at wwf.earth/species.
Why is just a starting line, for the true self blooms only when we find our purpose, what makes us tick, below the surface. Our reason why is united, undivided, seeking understanding. My why is diversity and unity, a safe space in my community. It's a million faces in a mirror, and everyone belongs. Find your why for a better us.
Welcome back to TVC Plus. Next week is the last week of classes before spring break, which means it's midterm season.
So let's head over to Gail to see what the weather is going to look like this weekend.
Thanks, guys. Now, this morning on campus was a little chilly at 48 degrees, but this afternoon will be nice and warm with a high of 63. And if you plan to head out tonight, you may need your jacket as the night will turn cool with a low of 41. If you're worried about this week's coolness coming into the weekend, don't. Saturday and Sunday will be in the 60s with a cool, calming wind present. The high for Saturday will be 68 with a low of 40. And despite some clouds, Saturday's sun will linger through Sunday with a high of 66 and a low of 43. However, don't put your jackets away just yet. Our spring-like weather may end with a drizzle, and we will have a 40% chance of rain on Monday. The high will be 57 and the low will be 44. Winds will make it feel chillier, about 3 degrees lower than the actual temperature. But Monday will prepare us for our upcoming cold front from the Midwest, and it may send us mixed precipitation and sleet in the morning. But it's the perfect weather to curl up with a good book on Read Across America Day. Although winter continues this upcoming week, Knoxville gets a tease of spring break this weekend, and hopefully will entice people to warmer climates for spring break. That's all for me today. Have a great weekend, everyone, and now back to you guys at the desk.
Running with a purpose, a group of runners take to the streets.
Every Saturday at 9 in the morning. What started as a simple run club has become a place where students in the greater Knoxville community find a home. The Christian-based run club began at Ohio State and has since spread to college campuses across the country. Alex Joseph, a junior at UT, brought that vision to Knoxville.
God blew us away, and since then it's just been incredible. So,
after a year of the Run Club, Run with Christ continues to grow.
It has grown, not even in numbers, but just in like a maturity.
Member Lana Click says she wouldn't be the same person without Run with Christ.
Encouraging in my walk as a believer, just to hear that the Lord is still moving and He's still working and He's still bringing people out of isolation.
The joy is undeniable.
You just walk in and you feel the energy, and it's joy completely from the Lord.
Run with Christ is more than just a run club. It's a place where students and the greater Knoxville community come together, one run at a time.
You will find such a great community here that you're going to find such close friends. You're going to find people who will walk through life with you, who will pray over you, who just want the best for you, and who want to live an eternity with you.
Nobody runs alone.
Run with Christ is not about the run. It's not about the people, it's not about the leaders, it's strictly about Jesus.
Everyone has a place here. In Knoxville, Dawson Durrett, TVC News.
A familiar face from social media has stepped onto a new stage. You may remember Michael Gallion from a viral dance during a Tennessee football game in 2022. Since then, Gallion has turned that moment into momentum, building a following, making media appearances, and appearing in movie commercials, and now shaking it up on national television.
I had worked at the same job for 25 years, and it was kind of like, in a world of no, I can't. I shouldn't ask off work to go do this. I can't do that because in 3 months we have to do this for. So now it's kind of like, let's see what happens.
Gallion recently appeared on Season 5 of The Next Level Chef, a competitive cooking show streaming on Hulu, where home cooks compete for a chance to advance in the culinary world. Even though his time was short on The Next Level Chef, Gallion says he's embracing the unknown, stepping outside his comfort zone and seeing where these new opportunities lead him.
Adrenaline is pumping high for the members of Boss Dance Company as they get ready for their showcases this weekend. Boss Dance Company is a student-run organization aimed at promoting dance on the UT campus. Students can audition to be cast in dances, rehearse throughout the fall semester, and then perform in a showcase for their peers, friends, and family. The Dance Company is more than just an organization, it is a community.
Like everyone is like so supportive, so loving, and just like taking a step away from the toxic and like competitive, like where everyone's competing against each other. This place is just more like you're having fun, you're hanging out, but you're also doing something you love.
These dancers' hard work is about to pay off as they step on stage together for their final 3 performances as a team. Tickets are free for students, so if you are wanting to come, you can go to the UTK Dance Society Instagram page for that link. Break a leg, ladies. And with that, we have reached the end of this week's episode of TVC Plus.
Be sure to tune into TVC News today at 12:30 on the CW channel and follow us on Instagram at TVC News Now. I'm Kaylee Smith.
And I'm Dawson Durrett. And as always, go Vols!